Well, it was a good win against a good team. You know, I thought obviously we got off to a little bit of a slow start when the game started, and I thought about 8 minutes into the first we started to play at a pace and have some offensive zone time. And, I thought we did a good job going to the net in the first period, using the back of the net offensively. Our penalty kill was big again tonight. Our power play got a key goal. I thought, leading 5-1 going into the third, I thought we maybe let human nature get into our heads a little bit. We got a little complacent and sloppy, and they picked their pace up after the second goal, and we kind of let our intensity drop a little bit and got a little bit hairy there. All of a sudden they get a goal, and it's a 2-goal game with a lot of time left, and anything can happen. And our goalie stood tall. I know it may not look it in the stat sheet, but in the box score, but our goalie played very well tonight, and he's been very good all year. But there's a lot to like about some of the things we did tonight. But I thought it was in stretches. I thought there were 7 or 8 minutes we played really well, and then about 4 or 5 we didn't, and then we get back to playing really well for 7 or 8 minutes, and then not playing well for stretches. So it was an inconsistent game, but it's a tough game to play for both teams. Both teams are going into final exams here, and a Tuesday night game right before finals is not easy for both teams. And they kept playing hard, which I'm not surprised. I think it's some good players there, and they're well coached, and it was not an easy night by any stretch of the imagination. We knew that.
Shane's performance tonight make your decision a little tougher when Dante gets back.
We always have tough decisions. We think we got guys that can play that maybe haven't played a lot of hockey. We've always liked Shane as a player, and we think we've got depth on the blue line, and I think we proved it tonight.
It was good to see him get that.
Yeah, great kid. He works hard. He's a very good hockey player.
One of the things that stuck out from afar was just how many bodies you guys were getting to the net and cycling the puck down low and coming hard on the forecheck. Was that something that was one of those talking points before the game, or just kind of any thoughts in that regard?
Well, we want that to be our identity without question. We want to hound the puck. We want to make life miserable for our opponent, whether it be hounding the puck or when we have it, getting to the net and be hard to defend. And like I said, I thought there were times we did that tonight, but I didn't think we did it consistent enough. But if you look at the shot chart in the first period, we were on their net quite a bit. And if you're going to be successful at our level, you better get around the net. And we did a pretty good job of that tonight.
The line that was arguably around the net the most was the Keller line. What do you like about putting Carpenter with those two?
Well, Bobo's a really good player, as you can see. He's a hard-nosed player with skill. He can shoot the puck. He's got good hockey sense. He never stops. That line's a good energy line. I mean, Keller competes hard. Greenway skates and is difficult to play against. So I think he complements that line well.
I have a two-part question. What have you seen in Czech versus game as he's developed this year? And then what do you think the opinions on him vary so much? It seems like you talk to one person, they love him. It seems like just I guess kind of what do you see in his game and how it's developed, and kind of why do you see that people having such different opinions on him?
Well, number one, it's a very subjective sport. It's this isn't swimming or track where it's the clear-cut best runner and fastest swimmer. It's a subjective game, and I love him as a player. I'm on that side of the fence without question. And he's had a really good first half. His defensive play has improved. I think his pace and urgency has improved. He's been so highly sought after and talked about for so long. I think sometimes that can work against players. And we live in an age where everybody knows who the best 14-year-old is, and he was that guy. And I think people can kind of be hard on those players, not just him. I think that happens in all sports this day and age. And he's a really good player. He played in the World Junior team last year, and he's a high draft pick. He's played a lot of minutes for us. He's going to go back to the World Juniors this year for a reason, because he's a really good player, and he's only going to keep getting better.
If there are any negatives for you guys having so many kids at World Juniors, what would they be? What do you think those are?
Well, we're going to play Union, maybe without a lot of them, so that'll be the only negative I can think of. It's such a wonderful tournament. It's a great experience when you can play for your country, and you're talking about one of the few tournaments in hockey where all the best players in the world at that age group are actually in the tournament, with few exceptions. So, I don't see any negatives to it.
You don't think a lack of rest that those kids will get is much of a problem?
No, they're 18 and 19 years old. They got plenty of rest.
Looking long term as well, you've touched upon in the past how this result's going to stick around with you guys for a while. How is it to go into this break now with a pretty commanding win over a strong opponent?
It's good. It feels really good, you know, and, you know, you sit and you kind of reflect, although we haven't had a lot of time to reflect because the game just ended, but you look at the first half and, you know, 10-5-2, 4-2-2 in the league, and I think we just went up to 4 in the pair rating. So it's been a really good first half for us, and, you know, we feel our best hockey's ahead of us. It's a great group. Love coming to the rink every day with them. They work hard. They care for each other. They're forming some of those characteristics that you're going to need to have as a group to win important games in late March and April, and, you know, we feel really good about where we're at.
How special is it what Jake's doing as a, you know, really young player? It seems like that kind of gets overlooked sometimes by people is that he's barely 18 years old.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't look 18, that's for sure. He looks like he's 25 in the net. You talk to him away from the rink, he's just got a great personality. He's a guy that people want to be around. He's mature and funny and great locker room guy. And you know, we don't take him for granted, that's for sure. I mean, he's had a great first half. He gives our team a calming effect. And, you know, I'm really happy he's a Terrier.